Okay, we can say this is video 2 from the last video of kind of giving you a real quick, brief, not super detailed description of using a micron gauge and how vacuum decay works. So you have to go back to video 1, what's kind of long for impatient people on YouTube because it's 20 minutes long. And here's video 2. So remember I said when this was hooked up here, the capability of the rubber hose. When I had the vacuum pumps hooked up to the refrigerant hoses with them isolated just through the manifold on old refrigerant hoses that have ester oil in them and contaminated, it was having a hard time pulling below 700 microns because that's real world, not laboratory, not brand new hoses, not brand new hoses that I take brand new hoses and I put them in a vacuum chamber and I leave them down to 10 microns overnight to dry out the rubber and then do tests. That's laboratory tests, that's ideal tests, that's not real world. Here's real world. So in the real world, I said this hose I could get down to 30 microns if I hook it up. Well, here we go, the proof is in the pudding. 27 microns right there. That's using this silicone hose that was meant for vacuum. And if we look down here, we could see we're at the 30 micron gauge. There we go, 27 microns. And we can see when I opened up the valve, that's when I hooked this up and I turned it on, how fast the vacuum went down. It like instantly, within 1 minute, it got down to close to 30. And if we come right here, we could see it's, let's bring that, it actually tells me, right, come on, come down here. It doesn't want to come down. Come on, there we go. Right there. So, I mean, that was just dead ass instantaneous. As soon as I turned it on, it just went right down there. And this is what the capability, you need to know what the capability of your tools are before you use them. You need to know what their weaknesses are. You need to have the experience and have the tools to actually measure, record, data log, and repeat what you test is actually what's happening. Once you get really familiar with the limitations of equipment, go to it. Then you'll start testing out in the system and see what the real world conditions and what you read in a book, being a couch potato engineer, is different than what happens in the real world. That's it for this video number 2. I'm about to charge this. This is YF refrigerant into this. That's $150 a pound. And that will be going into this after I finish the Micron. And here we go. Here's my Micron decay test right here. It zeroed out and is basically staying right at 3,000, right around in there. So this tells me this system is still highly contaminated with moisture. There's no leak. It's just at that borderline, but that's because this facility left the lines open for a week or two, exposed to the air, and I'm not going to take it out with a vacuum pump, and I won't be able to take it out with a new dryer either. That's a lot of moisture that's inside the system. So this is what happens when you take your vehicle into body shops who just leave the system dangling in the air. And they asked me, when are you going to be finished? Why is it taking you so long? Because I was trying to get the vacuum down. They're used to the other guys who do charge with the cans or the machines, and they put it on for 15 minutes and they fill it up and they're in and out in 15 minutes. It's impossible. You cannot remove all the air and moisture in 15 minutes. And you can never even read it on a set of analog gauge. Unless you own and you can prove it and record it and data log it and put it in with your invoices and your receipts, don't trust the person who's doing your AC on your cars, especially in a body shop. All right, that's it, guys. Let's see if there's a video 3. Don't know if it'll be on this one. See ya. But if you don't own the equipment and you don't know how to use the equipment, don't get pissed off at the equipment. Look in the mirror and there lies your problem. Education. Read, guys, please. RTFM.